news that might benefit you now if you are also starting up new with a startup in the country. The government has notified changes to Section 56 of the Income Tax Act in a move that brings relief to startup founders and investors, dealing with the issue of what is called the angel tax. In a notification, the government said that the old DIPP recognized startups can apply to the department for approvals requesting exemption from the angel tax, which will then be sent to the Central Board of Direct Taxes for approval. Now, what is an angel tax? Well, it is the tax imposed on the difference between the premium value and the fair market value of shares. The changes are applicable to startups recognized by DIPP, where the amount of paid up share capital and the share premium of the capital after the proposed issue shares does not exceed 10 crores. And Alicia on the phone line with us for more on this. Alicia, how many people stand to benefit from this, and how is it being received in the fraternity?
Well, Sonal, essentially the entire startup community will be benefiting from this. All startups which are at the nascent stage and are looking for investors but were facing difficulties because of this angel tax issue will now have some relief. But within the community, although this is being recognized as a step in the right direction, it's not really being considered a full relief because there are a number of caveats with this notification as well now. There are lots of startups which already have existing orders and notices against them demanding them to pay up the tax or penalties. There is nothing in this notification to that effect which eases pressure on them. There are also multiple other caveats. For example, there are limits on the minimum returns, income tax returns that an investor should have filed, which was earlier 25 lakhs. It has been raised to 50 lakhs. There is also another department now which has been inserted, which is the CBDT for approvals in case a startup wants to apply for exemption. And each time that a startup wants to raise an angel investment and seeks an exemption from the tax on the investment, it will have to make a case for itself separately each time. So this transaction is also repetitive in nature. It's not a one-time relief. So the community is saying that although the fact that the CBDT has come out to recognize that this is a pain point is good, the problem is that this is really another version of the old application process that they had, which was applying to the interministerial board. So really an old wine in a new bottle. The problem, the ask from the startup community, however, still remains the same, that there is an order passed which also eases issues and the burden on startups which currently have notices, and that at the time of registration itself to the DIPP, startups can submit one or two additional documents and be exempted from the angel tax law instead of going to the department each time they raise an investment and then apply for approvals. Sonal.